Good morning, class. I want you to turn to page number 69 in your geography books, and we are going to study about the continent Africa. In this chapter, we are going to study about the location and boundary, the political divisions, the major physical features, and there will be a case study about cocoa cultivation in Ghana. Here, right on top of the page, you see the location of the continent of Africa on the world map, right? Africa is often referred to as the dark continent, the hottest continent, the plateau continent, or last explored continent. Why the hottest continent? Because all the three major latitudes, the Tropic of Cancer, the Equator, and the Tropic of Capricorn, they pass through the continent. You see the Tropic of Cancer over here, then you see Equator, and you see the Tropic of Capricorn. See, all three are passing over here. Now it is also called the hottest continent, same children. Now plateau continent because it has lot of plateaus, okay, and it is composed of ancient rocks. So please, whatever you see underlined over here, make sure that you also keep on underlining it. Africa is often referred to as the dark continent, hottest continent, plateau continent, or last explored continent. Why last explored? Because of all the places, regions, areas in the world, Africa was the last to be explored. People faced a lot of difficulties while trying to explore it. The terrain, the conditions over there were very inhospitable. It is the second largest continent in size, next only to Asia, and occupies more than 1/5 of the Earth's total land area. We are not talking about the water area, we're just talking about the land area. The major part of Africa is a plateau composed of ancient rocks. This is why it is named as the plateau continent. I've already told you the equator passes through the middle of the continent and most of Africa lies within the tropics, right? Tropic of Cancer on the north, Tropic of Capricorn towards the south. It is therefore the hottest continent. People faced many difficulties while exploring Africa. The opening up of Africa began with the discoveries by great explorers such as David Livingstone, who discovered Victoria Falls in 1855. So, though people, explorers and ships, they were capturing slaves from there and taking them to continent of America and Europe as such, but then what had happened, children? The internal part of the continent, it was just their activities were just relegated to the coastline. The interior part of the continent was yet to be discovered. Now the location and boundary. Its latitudinal extension is from the latitudes of 37 degrees north to 35 degrees south, and longitudinal extension is from 17 degrees west to 52 degrees east. Okay, so we are looking for 17 degrees west. Okay, it will be somewhere here to, see, we are here 17 to 52 degrees. So 17 degrees will be somewhere here, children, here, and 52 is here. This is 60 degrees, 52 degrees will be somewhere here. So this is where we see towards the eastern side, and here we do see the western side, extreme western side. Okay, now it is the second largest continent of the world with the total area of 30 square kilometer, 30 million, which is 3 times the size of Europe. All three major latitudes, the latitude of Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, and Equator pass through it. The prime meridian passes through Accra, the capital of Ghana. The prime meridian is not shown on the world map. If it is shown on the other map, I'll show it to you. Africa has an area of 30.3 million square kilometer, and it's 9 times bigger than India. That is just a comparative study of how big it is than India or Europe. Underline, it covers about 20% of the land area of the world. It is separated from Asia by a narrow Suez Canal and from Europe by the Mediterranean Sea. Right now I don't have the world map which shows the physical features. This map only shows the political divisions of the world. So I can't show you the Suez Canal. Can I? Is it here? Yes. No. Okay. So when we have the Red Sea, here you will have the Suez Canal. It is a very narrow inlet. Okay. From here, ships pass on to the Mediterranean Sea. From Europe by the Mediterranean Sea, it is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean in the west. See, the South Atlantic Ocean and the North Atlantic Ocean. Then you have the Southern Ocean in the south. It is not marked over here, but then it is the Southern Ocean in the south. And we have the Indian Ocean in the east and the Mediterranean Sea in the north. Indian Ocean in the east and Mediterranean Sea in the north. Now, however, the Mediterranean Sea is also linked with the Atlantic Ocean through the Strait of Gibraltar. So the Strait of Gibraltar will be somewhere here. Now, the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb separates it from Saudi Arabia and the Isthmus of Suez. So these two things are not marked over here. Connects it with Asia. The southernmost tip of Africa is called the Cape of Good Hope. Cape Town. So this is the southern, here you will have the Cape of Good Hope. Now, the Southern Ocean lies to the south of Africa. Let us see the political divisions. On page number 71, you will find the political map of Africa over there with all the 54 countries marked clearly. Now, there are more than 54 countries in Africa. Most of them were freed from colonial rule after the Second World War. Britain, France, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Spain and Portugal were under colonial rule. Now, South Sudan is the latest country to get independence in 2011. So, this is the latest country. See, South Sudan is marked over here. Can you see South Sudan? Here. Okay. The latest country to get independence. Algeria, Sudan and Congo are the largest of all countries of Africa, whereas most of the other countries are quite small. So we are looking at Algeria here, then we have Sudan and we have Congo. Let me see where Congo is. Egypt again is small, children. Congo I can't place, I'll have to see and then share it with you. Cairo, Egypt is here, Libya is here, Algeria is here, Niger, Chad, Mali, Sudan, South Sudan, which is then you have the Democratic Republic of Congo. So you have Algeria, you have Congo and you have Sudan. These are the three biggest countries. Nigeria, children, is the most populated country. Okay. Now, then we have, just a second. Okay. Nigeria is the most populated country, followed by Egypt, Ethiopia. Egypt I have already shown you. So you need to see where all these countries are located. Congo and Republic of South Africa. A list of African countries with their capitals is given in the next page. So I will not go through all the list which is given over here, children. This you have to read on your own and make sure that you learn the capital of the various countries. Now coming to the major physical features in terms of structure and relief, right? Africa appears to be different from other countries. Africa can be divided into 6 main physical divisions. They are plateaus, mountains, the rift valleys, deserts, lowlands and basins. And most important is the drainage area. Now, when we talk about the deserts, we have the Saharan desert over here. So, there is a nice little information about it. In prehistoric era, Sahara was a fertile farmland with moderate population. In different rock findings of Sahara over the years, archaeologists and historians have got several proof that maize crop used to grow in the farmland and has dense floral cover where today's Sahara is located. So this portion of Africa, this area of Africa, it became desert over 1 million of years. In prehistoric areas, it was quite fertile. Now coming to plateaus. Africa is almost entirely covered by an enormous plateau composed of very old crystalline rocks. The plateau is higher in the south and in the east. A majority of the southern, eastern and northern parts of the continent are tablelands, meaning to say flat plateau lands. Therefore, Africa is also known as plateau continent. The height of the plateaus decrease from south to north, which means they are higher in the south and they go on decreasing in the north. The height of the plateaus ranges between 600 to 1200 meter. Not very high, but 1200 meter is quite enough. And towards the coast, these plateaus form steep cliffs. What are cliffs, children? A steep narrow wall of rock which emerges right out from the sea. The East African plateau covers the country of Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda, whereas the Ethiopian plateau cover of Ethiopia is of volcanic region. So they have roughly marked all the major physical features over there. You have the basin, the Chad basin, the Congo basin, you have the Atlas mountains, you see the Libyan desert, the Sahara desert over there, right? You have the Kalahari desert, high veld, okay, the Namib desert, the plateau over here, the Congo basin, the Chad basin, Sahara desert. These are the different rivers which are marked clearly, the Libyan desert. So basically you see that the entire African continent comes under a desert area. Okay. Now the rest of the chapters from mountains I will carry on in the next video. Please revise, and if there is something you have not understood, you will ask me in the online class. Thank you.